Hi guys, my name is Gerald from Trading Waves. Welcome to today's short video. And in today's short video, we take a look at one of the cryptocurrencies that is of interest in terms of understanding wave count and formulation of alternative counts. So we have Ethereum on the screen on the 1 hourly, and on Ethereum, we have a sequence, an Elliott wave sequence, where from the peak there, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but this is within wave 3 already. So we know that wave 3 has to have 5 waves, and wave 3 has to be an impulse, unless that wave 3 is in a diagonal. Whether that be a leading or an ending diagonal, it doesn't matter as long as it's a diagonal. Now, after 3, we have to have 4, which we did, and after 4, we would expect 5. And 5 would typically come to break or come and break below, in this case, below the lows of red wave 3, right? So down from the peak of 4 there, we have a sequence to the downside. So we propose this is 1 in green, that's 2 in green, and then this is a nest, 1 in purple within 3 in green, and that's 2 in purple within 3 in green. But that is for as long as price stays below that level there. Okay, now what we expect is a continuation to the downside. What happens if price breaks above this peak, the invalidation level? What happens in that instance is a review of a structure, in which case wave 1 in green would very likely be in that area there. And this whole move here might still be a wave 2 in green, okay? After which we would expect a move lower within wave 3 in green, and we would expect wave 2 in green to reach a certain retracement level of this move to the downside before we can call it completed or expect the instrument to turn down, right? And we would also be looking at a couple of other things. But in formulation of alternatives, one opens their mind. You want to open your mind and look at other possibilities, that this may also be a possible WX, YX, Z in 4. But you want to take it systematically and take it stepwise and look at the developments as and when they happen and look at the possible next alternative. So we have a set of guidelines where if one wants to formulate alternatives and look at which one meets the most guidelines and which one is the most likely correct count at the time, and which one is likely the correct count should the preferred count fail. All of that, we look at it, or we look at all of them. And if one is interested in gaining insight in how that is done, you can visit our website, which I've shown earlier. And what we would expect next, or want to do next, is whichever alternative this counts, once it completes wave 2 in purple or 2 in green as shown in the alternative, we want to look to trade to the downside to at least come and reach that low there. Okay. We also have certain strategies that which we use to mark the end of a cycle, especially in this case of a corrective cycle, that's possibly a wave 2 in green, so that we can look to enter short for a wave 3. And we all know that wave 3s are usually very sharp. No need to go very far. You can just see that this here is a sharp move to the downside or a sharp decline. And that is so classic and very characteristic of waves 3 and waves C. So what we want to see is, once what we propose may be a 2 in green completes, once that happens, we'll be defining the end of 2, and we'll be getting involved once 3 unfold in Ethereum. Okay, this suggests overall more downside on the cryptos, but not much more, right? Because we're reaching the end of the cycles. Lower in cryptos, we'll be expecting a sharp rise soon. All right, so I hope you guys enjoy watching this video. Looking forward to welcoming you on board. Cheers.